Welcome to Buckets and Bubbles. Now, my name is Lee. This is Mike. Some of you may have seen us before on various other podcasts. Probably not. I would have thought. Don't think anybody ever watched or listened to them, did they?
No, nobody.
No. Not even when we had like Hollywood celebrities on. Still no one. I was looking at the YouTube channel the other day and it's got like 500 views, something like that. Anyway, forget that because we're not doing that. What we're doing is Buckets and Bubbles. Why is it called Buckets and Bubbles, Mike?
It's called Buckets and Bubbles because I'm a West Ham fan and they really like buckets, and you're a Leeds fan and you really like Michael Jackson's Pet Chimpanzee.
Do you know what? That could not be that could be pretty true this season of us. Yeah, of course it's the other way around. We're still massively obsessed with Bielsa and his bucket.
And I really like Michael Jackson.
And West Ham fans like Michael Jackson. That's why it's called Buckets and Bubbles. You're a West Ham fan. I'm a Leeds fan. We're going to talk nonsense about the game. And we're going to keep it really short because there are so many other podcasts and video, YouTube thingamabobs with people that are in the know, that have knowledge, that have played the game to some level and know what they're talking about. And we haven't done any of that.
No, we've watched some football.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So we are as qualified as anybody else to give our opinion on it.
Totally. Yeah. And if you put it on the internet, it's true.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
There we go. Right. Okay. This is an introductory thing. What we're going to do is we're going to keep it really short. We're going to do a brief after every game. We're going to do a brief synopsis of the game, and I mean brief, 3-4 minutes. We're going to do a stinker of the match, which could be anything from the referee to the groundsman or one of the players, whatever. And then we are also going to challenge each other to either justify why the manager should be kept in his job or justify why the manager should be sacked. And we might throw some other stuff in there as well, but we're going to have a little minute countdown clock from that point of view. So that's going to be it. And we're just going to talk nonsense for 15 minutes or so. So let's kick off, because the season hasn't started yet, but pre-season has been on. We've had some transfers in and out. Mike, sum us up. How are you feeling about West Ham?
I don't know. I mean, it can't get any worse than last season, genuinely. I mean, we had probably one of the worst appointments in Lopetegui I think I've seen probably since Avram Grant. In terms of like the vibes pre-season, you just get a feeling of what your season's going to go like. And under Lopetegui, very early on, we were like, this ain't going to be good. And then we had an uninspired replacement in Potter mid-season, and he had a similar run of absolute dross. So I kind of want to give Potter the benefit of the doubt. He had to deal with a failing team who were doing really, really poor, and he had a lot of stuff to do to try and just shore us up at the back. And, I weren't expecting, the Galacticos, but he's had a pre-season now. He's got his team around him. He's got Kyle McCauley in to come and do all his transfer spotting and stuff. So it feels like,
who's he? You sound like you know. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Who the hell's he?
Kyle McCauley.
Wasn't he in Home Alone or something?
Yeah. His brother does really well as well. He was in Succession. Right. That's just reminded me of a really funny thing I saw today. Macaulay Culkin. There's a quote attributed to him that between him and his brother they have one Oscar, and I'm like, yeah, it's really quite funny. It's his brother who's won it, not him. Yeah. Anyway, Kyle McCauley is a data analyst. So he's the guy who, I don't know whether he was there at Swansea, but he's certainly been through Brighton and Chelsea with him. Like most of his backroom staff. The same as most head coaches. They have their preferred people. But
was he not there last season?
Kyle McCauley, no. So he was at Chelsea, stayed in Chelsea. So when everybody else got the sack, they kept him on. And we had to pay like £1 million to get him out of Chelsea. So there's, they're putting the money where the mouth is in terms of backing Potter to succeed for the season. So it feels as if the board certainly feel confident in him. I'm a little bit meh, but I want to err on the side of of positiveness.
Happy with the transfers?
So far, I think we've done all right. I think Malik Diouf, as he's properly called, looks like a proper player. He looks, he's quick, he's rapid, he's got a cross on him, which is it's what you need in the Premier League. Is you need pace, and you need to be able to get up the wings, and you need to be accurate with it. Like we've had pacey wingers in the past who can't cross for toffee, and then we've had really slow wingers and left backs and stuff who can absolutely nail a pass but can't get anywhere near the players to play it into. So it feels like we've got somebody who can do that job for us, which is nice.
New goalkeeper
who is top of Potter's wish list, so fingers crossed. Young lad, he could be. He's Leicester's old keeper, Hermansen, and he is our new goalkeeping coach's pick. Potter seems to sign his goalkeepers based on his goalkeeping coach's recommendation, which feels quite sensible, So fingers crossed.
Didn't have a great season last year, but he wasn't in a great side.
You could say, Jordan Pickford is still going to be, England number one, and he's been in some terrible Everton sides over the last couple of years. So, I want to be able to kind of not judge him on Leicester's overall performance, but I still don't like signing keepers from a relegated team. It's
hope for the season.
Hope for the season. I just want to be nowhere near relegation. I just want to be comfortably, 8th to 14th will do me happy. Any of those, I'd be
8th to 14th.
Yeah, 8th. I would think would be a magnificent season. I think we would.
That's Moyes territory. That is.
Yeah, that's stretch goals. That's like we hit the ground running. We're that purple patch under Jesse Lingard. It's that kind of football to get us into 8th.
Okay.
I think the reality is we're going to be pretty steady, and I think we're going to be draw, win, loss, draw, win, loss, something like that for all season, which is pretty decent, to be fair. Yeah, that's about it.
Right, fair enough. I'll come back to you with your minute question after we've talked a little bit about Leeds. So won the championship, obviously. Last day of the season, became champions again. Sorry, Burnley. But they don't care. They've got the money. They're up. What have we done transfer wise? So Farker has gone for Giants, the land of giants. They're all 6'3" plus. He's talking the right game. The clubs seem to be talking the right game. Going for physicality. Looked at the blueprints of other things and said we need more height. Which is absolutely true because we're quite a small team. I just worry that we are setting ourselves up for too much of a battle, which it will be. It will be a battle, of course it will. But I'm worried that we're just sort of going right. Let's not concede. Where are the attackers? We desperately need attackers. Apparently, we're signing Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Don't know how I feel about that.
If he's fit, he'll do a job, and he's Premier League proven.
You can understand it. You can understand why they've gone for it. You just wonder how much he's being paid and whether he's really any better than Bamford, who's been sort of sidelined. But we'll see. If he signs, then good luck to him. But I'm sort of optimistic I'm not optimistic that we're going to be any good, but I'm optimistic that there potentially are 3 worse teams than us, because that's all that needs to be.
Yeah, that's what saved us last season.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Where do I think we'll finish? I think it's going to be dogged. I think I'm hoping anything from 17th to 15th or above will be brilliant. But as long as we're out of that bottom 3, I don't know, but I think it's going to be really hard.
Yeah, and I think the thing is we were really lucky last season that Man United and Tottenham were worse than us and finished below us. And this year they're absolutely going to rinse us every single week. So
Tottenham are, but I don't know. I don't know about Manchester United. I don't know. I think they'll be all right because they're not in Europe, so they've got nothing else to do. But I think he's just a bit of a dodgy manager. I don't know.
Yeah, we were almost when we were looking at replacing Lopetegui. Was it then, or was it? I think it might have been. No, it was last summer. We flew him over, and it was going to cost £8 million to buy him out.
Right.
And
Wow.
so they went for Lopetegui because he was free.
Yeah.
Typical David Sullivan move of are they free? We'll have them instead. Yeah.
So anyway, we never know, do we? Right, okay, give me a minute on why am I timing this? I'll time it. Give me a minute on why, or you can do it in less if you like. Why West Ham are going to finish above Leeds.
Okay, so West Ham are a proven Premier League team with over a decade in the top flight. We are quite used to the very merry heights of the league. We are also used to the dogged bottom half of the table, as it were. So we've seen and been and done it all. We are winners of a trophy over the last couple of years. So we are, although all those people have now left the club. I think there's only Bowen and Paqueta who are still there, or an Areola. But you know, there's a spine of winners amongst that squad, and Potter has, you know, at Brighton he made a name for himself of playing attractive football while finishing 17th
10
or above.
seconds.
So yeah, I think we've got it. There's enough about the team and the mentality to make sure we do.
Okay, very good. Well done. All right. A minute for me then. No, I don't think we will. But I've got to say we will. Right, we will. So we will because we've got a bit of momentum from last year. There's a bit of confidence within the team. I think that as long as we get some attacking players in, I think we will have enough to beat you guys, because I just think that potentially Potter's a bit shit. And you seem to be on a bit of a downward trajectory at the moment, and so I hope you don't go down. So I hope you finish 17th and we finish 16th, and then we're done.
You've got another 15 seconds.
And we're going to sign another striker and a winger, top class, who are going to score at least 25 goals between them.
Right.
I ain't got anything else.
Yeah, there we go. A minute's up. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think there's you could at the end of the season, I think either of those will be true.
Yeah. Or we'll both be down.
Yeah.
But in all reality, I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, really, really hard, because it's stacked against. I mean, certainly against the teams coming up. There's people saying, "Oh, you know, the three teams that go down." Well, of course they do. They're going to do, because you just can't spend the money. You look at what the big boys spend. I mean, it's set up to keep them where they are. But anyway, we'll see.
But it's also the thing about there's no. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch Championship football. I don't pay a lot of attention to it. Why should I? That sounds really snobbish, doesn't it? I should.
You might do next season.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not somebody who sits in front of Sky TV every weekend and watches every football match. I don't. I watch West Ham, and you know, I'm happy with that. But what I was saying is, there doesn't seem to be any parity between Premier League finance rules and Championship finance rules. And I only garnered this because of what people were saying around Leicester when they were relegated, that they were not only going to be done for PSR, they were going to be done then when they're relegated back into the Championship.
That will do for this week. Just very quickly then, what are your hopes? West Ham, Sunderland.
It's first game of the season. I think Sunderland, it's going to be a big occasion for Sunderland. They are a massive, massive club, and being back in the Premier League is going to be a big occasion for them. So I don't want to be disrespectful, but I would expect West Ham to at least come away with a victory. I don't care how. I will take a 1-0 absolute shit show.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think you should be expecting to beat the teams that have come up. I think that's totally fair. We've got Everton at home, Monday Night Football, under the lights. I think Everton aren't what they were. Having said that, they haven't been great for a few seasons, have they? Moyes has got them very tight at the back. They've got 17 clean sheets since February or something like that. It's like in top 5 of whatever. Anyway, so I think it'd be tough. But I think we have to get something because then we've got Arsenal and Newcastle before the international break, and I can't see us getting much from them games. So I think we've got to. So I am optimistic.
Yeah. An evening of Moyes ball. I think Leeds should get something, even if it's a point. You know what I mean?
Got to be something. We've got to get something.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, okie dokie. Well, so that's what we're going to do. Something like that. If you can be arsed watching, then subscribe and do all that like stuff, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's liking.
Is that the thing? The thumb up thing?
Give us a like.
Let's do that. And as the season goes on, I'm sort of looking forward to being able to take the piss out of you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to lord it over Leeds fans for a while now, being a West Ham fan based in and around Leeds.
Correct.
So, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll see you after the first round of games.
Right, cool. Right, adios.
Laters.